ESPN, Hugh, put up an article ranking all 60 Super Bowl winners. And they did it, it was the kind of methodology they used was using DVOA ratings, which is a way to rank teams and kind of within the context of each season. That being said, Hugh, what got me when I saw the rankings here was the gap between the 2024 Eagles, right, last year's Eagles, the champions until a couple days ago, to the 2025 Seahawks. Hugh, before we get into where they ranked, I think the two teams are kind of similar. I just look at the Eagles as a little bit better version of what the Seahawks just were, right?
Yeah.
Like last year's Eagles were a defensive first team, and they had a quarterback that a lot of people wondered, how good is he? Is he great? Is he good? But he got it done in the biggest moments, right? Jalen last year, obviously Sam Darnold in the postseason this year. I think the teams have a lot of similarities to them. So when I clicked into the rankings, I was like, all right, you know, the 2025 Seahawks, 2024 Eagles probably going to be ranked similarly.
Something that close together.
Yeah, similar in the same range. Do you want to know where those two teams ranked?
I guess I have to ask, but it don't sound like it's good.
They're not close. They're not close. So ESPN, you know, took all 60 Super Bowl champions. They ranked the 2024 Eagles 40th, the 40th of 60 Super Bowl champions. They ranked the 2025 Seahawks 3rd. In essence, saying this year's Seattle team is the 3rd best team of all time in the Super Bowl era, and the Eagles are the 40th best team.
This is Hugh Douglas syndrome.
What do you mean?
Whatever came yesterday.
Yep, they just won.
Hugh,
they're up there.
This is your fault.
That's not, first of all, it's not a syndrome. That's just the way that people think. And I've been consistent in my analogy of the Super Bowl champion and the quarterbacks for like the last 3 seasons.
And that's what they're doing right now.
But for them to say that they're that far apart, light years apart, yeah, that's what have you done for me lately?
Well, because
it's wrong.
I'm trying to remember. Didn't we have a similar list of Super Bowl winners last season?
Now, I don't think it was this guy with his methodology, right?
But we did have conversations about, are the 2024 Eagles like the best Super Bowl winner ever?
Yeah. And now that feels extreme too. But like to say the Seahawks are the 3rd best team of all time, this year's Seahawks, and to put the Eagles 40th, Hugh, hypothetical. We like hypotheticals in this show. Last year's Eagles, Super Bowl Eagles, at their best, play this year's Seattle team. What kind of game we getting?
I would think, me personally, that it would be a more exciting game, but it would still be kind of tight. I think it would be a back and forth affair. I feel like we have more firepower offensively. I think that it would probably be a closer scoring game, but we would come out on top.
So I'm with you. I think the Eagles would beat the Seahawks. I think last year's Eagles would beat this year's Seahawks. I think I'm with you. They have more firepower, right? Like,
want me to ask AI?
Ask AI. Yeah, I'd like to see what AI says. Yeah, check out AI.
In a hypothetical matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles 2025 championship and the Seattle Seahawks, the Eagles will likely be the favorites based on their dominant championship performance and superior point differential. While both teams relied on historical elite defenses to win their respective titles, Philadelphia's squad was arguably more complete, featuring an offense led by MVP Jalen Hurts that could score at will, even against top-tier opponents.
the at will feels a little bit strong.
Listen,
this is why I challenge AI on
that. Sounds like an San Diego call.
Allow me to cook. I'm cooking.
I thought it's AI.
Well, okay, I'm cooking with AI.
Okay.
And it says with our MVP quarterback that could score against top-tier opponents. Mm-hmm. That's what it says. Offensive firepower. The Eagles' offense was very, very versatile, combining an historic rushing season by Saquon Barkley of 2,504 total yards, with Jalen Hurts recording record-breaking Super Bowl dual-threat performance in contrast. 2026 Seahawks struggled for offensive consistency. Can't even say that word. Consistency. And Sam Darnold shifting into a game manager role during the title run.
All right, a couple things there. I think AI's taking some liberties with the unstoppable offense.
Also versatile.
Versatile, that's what he said.
We were an historic run game and one of the worst passing offenses in the league.
I would set the line at 2024 Eagles minus 2.5. And I think if they played the game, they would cover it. I think it would be like a 23-20. Kyle Quinn line?
And I think we cover it by a lot. I think we kill Seattle.
You think they smoke them?
Yeah, I really do.
So here's my thing. I think the Eagles' offensive line could handle the Seahawks' good front, and it was a very good front. Throwing on them would be a challenge. So it would be a challenge.
But here's my thing. Did you see what we just did to Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going off of the premise.
So
that,
we would destroy Darnold and their
Darnold.
offense.
I think you
have a
would
chance.
go after. Yeah, I think you go after the Pat. I think you go after the Seahawks.
So we all think the Eagles, last year's Eagles, beat this year's Seahawks.
Yeah. I think they murdered.
Yeah, I think they would win. What's crazy is the gap in this ranking the other way. I think it is a little bit of Hugh Douglas syndrome. Like whatever happened yesterday is the best.
Yeah, well, it is.
Well, it's what have you done for me lately? Yeah. But that's how it always is. You know, when you talk about the best teams, the best players, it's a year-to-year thing. So I don't have a problem with that.
One thing I think being left out is I know Sam Darnold was good in not turning the ball over in the playoffs. He did turn it over a lot in the regular season. Like he has turnover issues. The Eagles' defense last year got turnovers in every playoff game.
I mean, similar to Jalen in a way, at least throughout his playoff run, is that he played a more conservative, just ball control, don't turn the ball over type thing, which is clearly, as we've seen now, conducive to like team success and winning in the postseason, at least. Seattle beat up on the Pats, who didn't belong in that game. He manhandled a dynasty.
Yes.
Manhandled them.
With a great quarterback and a great coach and a great tight end, all that stuff.
And like, Darnold, I think, had a solid season, but he still seems like a guy that you could rattle back there.
Yeah. I think we're forgetting how great last year's Eagles offensive line was and running game.
Yeah, I agree. And also, like, going into that game, I mean, we know it, we talk about it. That Eagles team would have, I think, beaten, like, on that day, that night specifically, the Super Bowl, they would have killed anybody. I think Seattle, while they probably would have beaten a lot of teams, I think they benefited a lot from beating a Pats team that didn't belong there.
Yeah, and Eagles win. I mean, the Eagles would have beat that team. It was a great team last year. It really was. And I think for as great as the Seattle defense is, the Eagles O-line and the run game, they'd make enough plays to win that football game.